Welcome back to Capital Market, broadcasting live on Channels Television in the financial capital of West Africa. Now, keep the conversation going on Twitter at Channels TV and at CTV Temple. Let's move on. The leadership of the Chartered Institute of Personnel Management was at the Nigerian Stock Exchange this week. The president, Mr. Udom Inoyo, had the honor of closing the market and made out time for an interview with Channels Television, specifically on how technology is changing the human resource space and how the institute plans to collaborate with the NSE on its X-Academy program.
This is quite historic. To be at the Nigerian Stock Exchange, not just to ring the bell, which in itself is remarkable, but also to have face time with the people who are running the stock exchange and really understand some of the innovations and some of the progress they have made in really helping Nigerians to understand what is going on, in the exchange. So for us, as a people organization, I think it is important that we continue to go around significant parts of the economy, significant organizations, and be in a position to pass on the message that we have, be in a position to solicit collaboration from these organizations, because at the end of the day, the message is central. No matter what sector of the economy you're operating in, no matter the nature of your business, including whether you're in Channels Television, even if you are using technology, at the end of the day, paying attention to people issues will become extremely paramount. People drive every organization. People are the greatest assets. And that is the message we really want our business partners, whether in the public or private sector, to understand. And it is regrettable that for quite some time now, people have not really paid attention to matters of human resources in this country. Human resource management is an integral part of getting the economy moving in the right direction. And you can look at the entire value chain of HR, whether it is about hiring people, training people, retaining people, compensating them, including even when you need to take them out of the organization. If you make any mistake in this process, you're not likely to have a very productive organization.
Is the CIPM looking at any areas of collaboration with the capital market with this visit?
Today's world is world of artificial intelligence, world of data, world of technology. So we believe, and it has been confirmed, that there's a lot going on here. In fact, they just shared their X-Academy with us, which is quite exciting. And we think we can really collaborate in that area, again, to the ultimate benefit of all Nigerians.
Technology appears to be permeating the human resource system. What is the change that technology is bringing into the market?
And I'll just give you a couple of examples, very simple ones. A few years back, if you put out an advert for a position, and depending on the sector, I take oil and gas, for example. You want to hire 10 engineers, you probably may have 10,000 applicants. How are you going to go through those 10,000 applications? Used to be manually. How many people? How many days? But today, there is a tool that can make you quickly sort out these applications based on gender, qualification, work experience, and what have you. So that's a very practical way to demonstrate that. Secondly, as I said earlier, the world is moving, in a totally different direction. Not in a manual direction. It is in a direction of technology. If we don't leverage on that technology, we're going to be left behind. Nobody's going to be making excuses for Nigeria. That's the world of today. Everybody goes digital. There are so many things you can do with the phone that you have that many years ago people were not able to properly articulate. So it's really moving in that direction.
We have seen the new GDP numbers for the Q3 in Nigeria, and we know that unemployment remains at 14.8% as at the last data that we have from the National Bureau of Statistics. What are your projections for 2018, given the fact that your leadership at the CIPM is relatively new?
You know, HR practitioners by nature are very disciplined people. And I want to use this analogy to explain my own expectation. Nigerians need to be disciplined. The economy has gone through challenges, and I'm not making excuses for government. The government's economic recovery and growth plan has been rolled out. I don't know how many people even understand that plan, because there's so much in that recovery and growth plan. If only Nigerians would be diligent, disciplined, and have a culture of one Nigeria, I think the trajectory is going to be positive. But unfortunately, I think we're just heading in different directions. Everybody needs support, whether it is the government, in this case the president, whether it is the minister or the ministers that are responsible for respective portfolios, the civil servants. Everybody needs some kind of support so that we can move this country in the right direction. And lastly, I like saying this, as HR practitioners, we feel this the most. The education sector has to be fixed. If you don't train Nigerians very well, if teachers are not sufficiently equipped, if the schools are not up to date, you will continue to struggle with the unemployment situation. It can be about people not having jobs or simply being unemployable. At the end of the day, we are back to square one. At the end of the day, insecurity is still going to be a concern.
The president of CIPM, known as Chartered Institute of Personnel Management, Mr. Udom Inoyo there. Well, that's all the time we've got on the program this evening. Thank you very much for watching. Thanks for being a part of it. I'm Temple Ashaju. Of course, I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.